going on, guys? Welcome back to another Conspiracy Theory with your host. As always, K-Mac time. Today we're looking at the Star Wars universe yet again. And if you guys want to check out my previous videos on the Star Wars universe, you guys can check those links out in the description, or you guys can click on them in the end slate. But let's go ahead and jump right into today's theory, which is Luke's proton torpedoes were actually guided by the dark side. Now, we all know the classic hero storyline of Luke Skywalker heading down the Death Star's trench at full throttle. The whole rebellion, the whole galaxy is counting on him. He has the only functional X-Wing left, and he must hit the impossible target of a 2-meter wide exhaust port that even the squadron leader, who is perhaps the most well-trained pilot in the entire rebellion, has already missed with.
Negative. It didn't go in.
Now, before we examine what happened exactly, let's examine Luke's current state of mind. A day or so earlier, he had stumbled across the charred skeletons of the only parents he'd ever known. The entire fate of the galaxy now hinges on him at this very moment, putting tons and tons of stress on him. On top of that, he's watching his childhood heroes die one by one at the hands of the Imperials. I mean, seriously, these guys are dying left and right. Some of them are giving up their own lives just so he can make this attack run at this exhaust port. And it's at this exact time when he's on his attack run where Obi-Wan pipes up and tells him to use the Force rather than using the target computer so he can hit this impossibly hard to hit target. Now, to give a little bit of backstory about the Force, the real Jedi must first spend decades of their life training to use the Force. It takes special discipline, willpower, and control to learn the ways of the Force. We watch Luke struggle with this in The Empire Strikes Back. He can barely nudge rocks and move his X-Wing just a little bit in The Emperor Strikes Back, but it seems to come naturally to him in A New Hope. It's kind of confusing because that is before the events in Empire Strikes Back. And it's at this point you ask yourself, well, if he could barely nudge rocks, move an X-Wing, and that's after the events that are taking place in this movie, how could he then use the Force to guide those proton torpedoes into that exhaust fan? Well, the answer is simple. Luke is using the dark side when he blew up the Death Star. And it's really kind of hard to blame him for doing this. I mean, at the time, he didn't even know the Force had two sides, let alone that he should try to keep a certain emotional detachment when using it. And on top of this, Lucas had some serious rage building underneath his cool demeanor. I mean, there's a part where Yoda talks about the dark side being fueled by fear, aggression, anger, etc.
The fear of loss is a path to the dark side.
All of that seems to be exactly what's going on in Luke's situation. If you think back, he has got all of his friends being destroyed near him. He's lost a lot of friends. He's under a lot of stress to save the entire galaxy. He's stressed. He's angry. The anger in him is building, and it's just kind of the dark side kind of perfectly takes over in that situation. And again, this makes perfect sense because Luke had yet to master the ways of the Force, so by the dark side taking over momentarily, he was able to take out the Death Star. And there you have it, a kind of a different kind of take on things and kind of a different kind of a look at the way that the Force works. And it's kind of interesting. It kind of changes the way that I purposely watch the movie, but that's just me personally. You guys can take it for what it's worth. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys could leave a like, it'd be very, very much appreciated. As always, you guys can drop a code word in the comment section. Let me know you guys made it all the way through the end. Today's code word is going to be Death Star, so go ahead and drop that. And you guys are very cool subscribers. That's all we have time for, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, guys, take it easy and peace out.